Hello, today we're looking into the heart of Calgary's busy real estate market, why investors can still seize this opportunity even in the face of 6% interest rate. Now, comment below for questions you have regarding any part of this video, which may also help other investors. Now, in this video, we'll break down the key factors that make Calgary a hotspot for investing. I will be providing insights into Calgary economic drivers such as immigration, Calgary's strategic location, Calgary livability, the high consumer confidence rate. Furthermore, we'll learn more about Calgary's commitment to sustainable development and a robust infrastructure that ensures long-term growth potential. The city's continuous efforts to enhance its livability factor contribute to a positive trajectory for real estate values. Now, are you considering Calgary for the next investment? What factors matters most to you in this investment decision? Comment below if you're considering investing and what more information you need. Let's navigate Calgary investment landscape together. All right, now let's take a look at one of the key factors why Calgary has become a very positive place to invest. It's net migration. Now we've had over 40,000 people coming into Alberta. This has driven a huge demand for housing in Calgary and Edmonton as well. It's where the majority of people are coming into. So much so that the rental prices have now almost gone up 30 to 40% from only 2 years ago. For housing, to people to buy housing here, the supply is limited. There's very low inventory due to the high interest rate. Therefore, good properties are being snapped up quickly. Now, if we take a look at where they're coming from, you'll see most of them are coming from BC and Ontario. Again, because the cost of living has become so high there, people have decided it's worthwhile to actually move to Alberta and they can actually afford to buy a house or even just to rent in a nice place. Now, the other thing is that's changing as well, immigration from outside of Canada. Before, Ontario and BC used to be the one and two choices. Now Calgary has slowly come into that numbers. The reason being, again, is affordability. This is the first time ever we're now hitting over 30,000 people people coming from outside of Canada. Now let's look at Calgary as a city. And yet another city survey by Commercial Search, a United States based real estate company, ranks cities with a population of 400,000 plus that were the best option for digital nomads based on two factors: affordability, internet access. Now, comment below if you require a copy sent to your email. To my surprise, Calgary was number one in North America and number 7 worldwide. It was only North American city to make the top 10 in the world. Also, surprisingly, the other top 5 North America cities were number 2, San Antonio, number 3, Panama City, number 4, San Jose in Costa Rica, and number 5, Mexico City. Not that big high-tech cities that get all the attention, but probably due to their greater affordability. Yes, Calgary is competing successfully in the new global economy in attracting knowledge workers, creative class, yuppies, young urban professionals, digital nomads, or whatever we are calling them these days. Now, digital nomad immigrants are one of the major factors driving new residential development in Calgary city center. Today, especially the Beltline, Bridgeland, Kensington, and East Village area. Downtown's office to residential conversions will hopefully appeal to nomads looking for affordable urban living. This will allow for more conversions in the future. Now, comment below if you want any more information regarding conversions in downtown Calgary. All right, now let's take another reason why investors are coming to Calgary even though interest rates are 6%. This is the Canadian housing market data for October 2023. Right across Canada, it tells you the average prices homes sold in major cities. Now, most of the population is in Ontario, BC, Alberta, and Quebec. If you take a look at Vancouver, the average price is $1.3 million. That is almost double the prices of Calgary. That is one of the major reasons why people from Vancouver are looking into Calgary. The same thing goes for Ontario. People in Ontario, their average homes are averaging over $1 million. In Ottawa, which is very similar to Calgary, that's over $100,000 more. Now, the other two cities that are attractive investors are Edmonton and Winnipeg, where the average home is less than $500,000. However, investors prefer Calgary. The major reason is livability. It's far more attractive for nomads to live in Calgary, as explained earlier. The research shows that nomads that basically work out of their house, Calgary is their number one city to come into in North America. Now, what we're looking at is the MLS HAPI benchmark price. HPI stands for House Price Index. This is right across Canada. If you take a look at this, goes back all the way to 2005, and you can see the steady increase here. The red is for two-story single home family. Okay, you can see that goes up the highest, most demand, and now right across Canada, that two-story home, even though it's dipped down, is is around at $1 million. Now this is right across Canada. Now, if we look at Calgary, this is not the same way. What happened in Calgary was that Calgary, Alberta is based on oil. Ever since 2014 to 2018 and 2019, oil hit a oil was a glut and our prices went down. So while the rest of Canada house prices were going up, we stayed stagnant. In fact, in some years our home prices even decreased. So you may wonder, why is Calgary so affordable? Only reason is because during those years it remained flat. And there's really nothing wrong with the housing or anything like that in Calgary, just that we're so back then, so back and tied to oil prices that when oil went down, so did the Calgary real estate. However, now Calgary is not only doing well because oil prices are doing well, Calgary has also sort of now they've got high tech. They've got warehousing now. They've got airlines, de Havilland coming in. They're really diversified. So what's going to happen is next couple of years, Calgary's going to quickly catch up, and house prices, even though right now they are averaging, as you can see back here, 545. They're going to go back up to where they were before, and at least hit 700,000 within a year or two. Let's take a look at income, basically rent. This graph that shows the top 35 places in Canada that you can rent. The number one most expensive place is Vancouver. A one bedroom is $2,800. These are the top six. One bedrooms all over $2,000. Everything in red there shows you the highest prices. They're still increasing year to year, mainly because in these areas housing is very expensive and they cannot afford to buy, so they're renting, which puts a huge increase demand on rental properties, and therefore the rent prices are increasing. Now, where is Calgary compared to this? Calgary here is number 23. We are the 23rd most expensive city to rent, which is amazing considering we're the third, fourth largest city in Canada. This is going to dramatically change the next few years. The reason being is that Calgary, for a long time, the rents were low, again, because the jobs were being lost. Now we're just catching up. The $1,733 for one bedroom, that used to be $1,200 not too long ago. And now, because of the demand, that will be easily probably close to, let's say, another 10%. That'll be close to $2,000 in a year from now, simply because there's far more people looking for rentals than there are rental properties available. For investors, this is ideal where rental properties are going up, and affordability to buy rent investment properties is the lowest in Canada. This is why investors are coming into Calgary, even though the rate is 6%. Now, in conclusion, you have seen now before you buy any investment property, it's important to realize where you're going to invest in and why you're going to invest in, and also look at the other opportunities that are available. And if you feel Calgary is the best place to invest, please do not, please comment below and I would be more than happy to help you out. If you feel you want to invest in another area, please contact, again, comment below, and I will put you in person with a person who specializes in that area.